To be a woman is to perform was a quote I had read on the passing on one of my doom scrolling endeavors. I personally don't wholeheartedly agree, I suppose. I find the quote to live is to perform much more accurate to my state of mind. But of course, I do agree with the prior statement when it is being used to refer to a general collective. I think I'm a bit focused on talking about my state for today, though. Performative existence is that state I find myself unconsciously morphing into a character I don't recognize for the sake of the audience. Performative existence is that state I find myself unconsciously morphing into a character I don't recognize for the sake of the audience, but it's as if the actors, crowd, and director, that is the entire theater, exists within me. I like to be liked, but I fear to be seen as what I am. After all, what kind of actor is that which can't bring to life their character almost at a state of to life? I like to be liked, but I fear to be seen as what I am after all. I like to be liked, but I fear to be seen as what I am. After all, what kind of actor is that which can't bring to life their character almost at a state of their own living consciousness, regardless of whether they slowly lose parts of themselves until all they remember themselves as is a collage of fragments of all the characters they played in their great acting career. But what is... I like to be liked, but I fear to be seen as what I am. After all, what kind of actor is that which can't bring to life their character almost at a state of their own living consciousness, regardless of whether they slowly lose parts of themselves until all they remember themselves as is a collage of fragments of all the characters they've played in this great acting career of life? But what is personality anyways? Is it an inherent or a culmination of everything? Is it inherent or a culmination of everything around us? Because if it is the latter, then how is it that we believe in the notion of unique personas? And yet there are countless examples we can point out to prove the individuality despite common environment and situations. I am very aware of that observation I've made. I see it all the time. My siblings and I are not the same people, quite far from it actually. But it is also that I see specks of each other in the other person when I find myself unconsciously mimicking the way my brother butchers a certain word or the wisdom my sister lays on every once in a while for me to say, but I notice it. I notice my vocabulary getting ingrained with words that I hear often around me, and I find myself trying to copy the mannerisms of people that I admire. It's all so beautiful yet so confusing. Just like how all the good things are. Despite that, I find myself thinking over it, only to come to the same conclusion time and time again, and I suppose I'm comfortable with saying it now. Say that we are permeable bubbles in a sea of collective consciousness. Our permeability is our openness and our perspective, and it's a delicate balance to cultivate a personality, a balance between your restraint and your eagerness. That is your persona, your ego. If you be too closed off, your depths will remain shallow, but if you don't govern the flow of information in you, then the bubble is just going to burst and leave in its remains only what was part of the collective consciousness to flow away in the sea. Both sides of the spectrum are harmful to the bubble, and hence they are harmful for the individual. I personally suffer with both. It just depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm stubborn as a bull and opinionated to the point of passionately Sometimes I'm stubborn as a bull and opinionated to the point of passionately arguing over it for hours, but more often than not, I've just been so open-minded that there is a doubt in me whether a mind of my own remains or not. It's a tricky thing to struggle to acknowledge your state as a living person, but understand that you exist. You are the person living and breathing with each passing moment. But understand that you exist. You, the person living and breathing with each passing moment. Understand that humans are multifaceted and drop the act of playing characters unconsciously mirroring. Understand that humans are multifaceted and drop the act of playing characters unconsciously mirroring, which only serves to set up your own cage. Drop it and learn to make that balance so that you can be free.